Okay, so I guess we are live now. Let me quickly check the mic setting. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we are live now. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Those who have joined, I need your quick help. Can we quickly confirm in the chat window? Am I audible properly? We will be starting the demo in few minutes. But just to check everybody is set, everybody is able to hear me properly. Can you give me quick confirmation in the chat? So Gautam, I guess you are set here. So Sharat says yes. Thank you so much, Sharat, for the confirmation. So guys, we will be starting YouTube live shortly. Today we are going to discuss how you can automate mobile application using TestRigor. Basically, how you can use AI capability and automate Android and iOS application. So Hunter Killer says yes. Perfect. So guys, if you have any questions related to the demo, you can either let me know in the chat section, or even if you have questions, if you're watching this live after the once the live is getting over, you can also let me know in the comment section. We'll pick these comments and we'll try our best to answer all of this. Ayush, thank you so much, Ayush. So Gautam, we are all set. I guess we can start. Yes. Hi, Gautam.
Hi guys.
Yeah. So this is a YouTube live. The session will be recorded and it will be uploaded on YouTube. So in case if you want to refer this for later purpose, yes, you can. Yeah.
Yep.
So before we start, guys, I would like to share my screen once. Uh, just Gautam, give me a minute.
Sure.
So those who are coming for the first time, this is our third live session with TestRigor. So the first session we discussed how you can automate web applications, and we have discussed a lot what is AI agents and how TestRigor can help you in your automation journey. Then we had another webinar with Mr. Gautam, and we discussed how we can automate APIs using TestRigor, how we can use the capabilities of GenAI, and how we can automate APIs. So if you have missed these two webinars, I would highly recommend you to watch this after this live. Today we are going to talk about how you can automate mobile applications, whether it's Android and iOS, using TestRigor. And Mr. Gautam will show you the complete demo, how you can create a new test suite, how you can create a new test, and how you can automate the scenarios. So yeah, so Gautam, maybe you can start. And guys, if you have any questions, please post them in the live chat. We will be discussing them at the end.
All right. Hi everyone. I'll just share my screen.
Yeah.
Please let me know if it is available. You can see that.
Yes, we can.
All right. So yes, guys. As Mukesh mentioned, that TestRigor is an automation tool which you can use to automate your mobile, web, and desktop native applications. So today I'm going to give you a demo where you can use plain English commands to automate your mobile applications, be it your iOS or Android applications. So, so basically, in this slide, I'll just show you a very small thing that how TestRigor code looks like. Right, as you can see on the left side, this is a code written in Selenium, right? Selenium tool, and the same automated here. We have automated the same functionality here in TestRigor. We just have plain English commands like this. In 2 lines, you are able to test the login functionality of the application. The same commands are, you can use the same commands for your web application, mobile application, and your Windows native applications as well. Yeah. And let me switch to the APK that I've already automated for you guys. You can see the suite that I've created. Let me show you how exactly we can start from the scratch if we are going to, create a suite for Android application. So when you log in into your TestRigor account, on the right side, you'll see this form, right? And you have to fill this form. And in type of testing, you have to select native and hybrid mobile. So once you select it, give it a name, maybe demo Android automation. Username and password. These are the credentials that TestRigor will use to log in into your applications. These are not mandatory fields, so we can leave it blank for now. As a provider means like you will be using infrastructures TestRigor's infrastructure if it is set to built-in. So if it is set to built-in, then you will have access to Android and iOS. Along with that, if suppose you have a browser stack or Lambda test, Source Labs or Cobiton integrations available already, then you can integrate your TestRigor test suite with these third-party device forms as well. So currently, we'll just go with the built-in. Here we are selecting OS as Android, and these are the devices that we have currently available under TestRigor infrastructure. Just select one, and then you can select this AI generate AI test case as a 0 and click on upload and create. We have to obviously upload the APK file as well. Click on this and select the APK file. Click on upload and create. Once the suite is created, you land on the suite like this, right? And once we are on the test suite page, we can start creating test cases in 2 or 3 ways. The recommended way is go to add test case, start writing your scripts. For example, I want to enter my name in the first name field, so I'll say enter Gotham into first name like this, right? So this is the command which will actually enter Gotham text into the first name field. This is the manual way of creating the script. The second way is the feature of live mode that we have here in TestRigor. It looks like this. Once you click on live mode, you have to start the interactive session. It will look like this. On the right side, you'll see your application. Right on the left side, you'll see this text box where you can write down your scripts and you can execute as well. Along with this, you can also perform actions on your applications, which will create TestRigor scripts automatically. So let's maybe generate one sign up test case. So I'll start with the sign up test case here. We'll create an end-to-end test case where we'll first sign up into the application and then we'll log out again after that, right? So as you can see in the beginning, we are like we have to enter the email address here. I'll also open documentation so that you can get an idea like how TestRigor commands look like. So in order to generate a unique email every time, we have a command called generate unique email, then enter into email, save it as new email. Just copy it from here, paste it here, click on it, the execute button. Let's see what happens. See, the command got executed. This is the command which was executed, and this is the screenshot of that particular command. So it generated a unique email automatically and it entered into the email field. This is how easy it is, right? And then we have to enter the password. So we'll simply say enter whatever the password you want to set into the password field like this. Click on execute and let's see what happens.
See, guys, the idea behind this is you don't need a very big setup now. So if you're working with APM or any other tool, what you need real devices, you need a complex setup, you need again troubleshooting. Here, what you can do, you can directly log into TestRigor, you can upload your uh, APK files that you want to automate, and you can use the live mode. And see, the important part, we have not even worried about locator, which locator to use. We are using the fields. And if you have noticed, we just mentioned email. It automatically detected that it's an email address, and now it is generating the test. So once the test is done, you can again execute in one go, and it's happening live mode. It means whatever activity you're doing, it is able to do it right in front of you, and you're getting the steps.
Correct.
So it can save a lot of time for you. If you are, most of the things which I have seen, people are not able to automate because of the complex setup. So that part we are taking care here.
Correct. So guys, like as you can see, email is entered, password is entered, first name is entered. You can also add birthday. You can select the radio buttons, check boxes and all. Let's maybe just click on the confirm and continue and see what happens. Click. So see, I just clicked on this and it created that particular command here automatically, and I executed it as well. Now the point is, to proceed further, we need to enter the OTP which is sent to this particular email address. So TestRigor has its own virtual mailbox where which you can use to send and receive the emails. So in this case, we'll use that particular mailbox, and then we'll grab the OTP from that email, and then we'll use it here to proceed further. So to check the email, there is a command called. Let me open that. Just a second here. There are so many commands. So yeah, we can take this. So we'll simply say check that email to stored value. When we entered the email address, we created a variable called new email. We'll copy this particular variable here. We'll come up and we'll enter the email like this. New email. So check that email to stored value. New email was delivered. We'll click on execute and let's see what happens. See, it opened that particular email that we have received from Zalora, the application, right? And this is the OTP code. Now, every time when we run this particular test case, because we are generating a unique email every time, we'll be able to sign up and we'll be getting a new OTP every time, right? So in this case, let's maybe grab this particular OTP from the UI. We'll use a grab command for that. So we can simply say grab value from. First we have to make sure that we are just grabbing the text, right? So we'll use some kind of a regex or template to get the digits only. So I'll use regex as this at this moment. So grab value of 6 from the element which is your OTP and save it as code. So this should grab this part 479960. Grab value of this from your OTP and save it as code. Yeah, let's see what happens. Code executed. Now we'll switch back to the device. So we'll say switch to device default. Why we are doing this? Because the focus is currently on this particular email, right? Now we have grabbed the email, sorry, the OTP. Now we have to switch back to the device so that we can use that OTP to proceed further, right? So we'll change the focus to device. Switch to device default is the command. So when we execute, it will switch back to the device like this, right? And now you can see we can literally enter the code over here. So we'll say enter stored value code. Let's execute and see what happens.
Okay, this is the biggest challenge, right? When it comes to automation, we need to check the OTP. We have to log into the email server, then we have to verify. So this is again with the help of only two commands. We are able to capture OTP. We are able to enter it, and now we are able to continue.
Correct.
So when it comes to OTP handling, it's quite straightforward. And Gautam, we also have a comment like, what about OTP sent to mobile devices via notification or SMS?
Yes. So yes, we have the functionality to get the OTPs from the SMS as well. But in that case, there is an additional integration available, which is Twilio. Using Twilio, TestRigor would be able to access the SMS body as well, and then we can extract the code from the SMS as well.
Okay, great. So TestRigor have multiple integration, guys. So on the left hand side, you can see you can integrate with different CI/CD tools, and you can also integrate with Twilio, and you can use mobile OTP as well.
You can see the commands over here, right? Check that SMS to this, matches, rejects this, and save this SMS. This will actually fetch the SMS, and then it will extract the code and save it in the SMS variable. And then we are using okay, this is the same thing we are doing, and then we can use the SMS to enter using this. You'll be able to do. You would need Twilio integration in that case.
Perfect.
All right. So, and guys, you can automate if in case you are receiving the OTPs in your authenticator applications like Google Authenticator or MFA, that can also be automated using TestRigor.
Perfect.
Yeah. So now, as you can see, we have already signed up and we are on the dashboard, or I would say like the landing page of the application. Uh, we can do anything like if you suppose like want to go to maybe categories, so we'll simply say click categories. Yeah, it got clicked. So we are on the categories page. Let's maybe click shoes. All of the commands that we are executing is being saved here below, right? So once we are done with the test case, suppose this is the test case, now we are done with the test case, the end-to-end test case is completed. We have to click on finish the session and save. It will merge the whole all the test steps, and will add it into the test case, and we'll be able to access that particular test case. I'll show you at the end. Now suppose we want to go to flats. So see, these are the application delays. You can see the delay while the content is loading, right? All of the
Right.
delays are being handled by TestRigor because of the feature that we have. So out of the box feature available for handling delays on web applications and mobile applications. So you don't have to add any kind of static waits or dynamic waits in your script until it is very much required. So yeah. So now we are on that particular page. We can maybe simply uh, click on Toms. See these delays I was referring to. And whenever TestRigor is performing any actions, those elements are being highlighted. You can see in this case, like we're clicking on Toms, so this is being highlighted. Yeah. Then let's maybe click on okay, so let's make it a little complex. In this case, maybe you see this icon, right? This mostly this is known as favorites or wish list kind of a thing. So because TestRigor supports these image classes and everything, so it should be able to interact with that as well. Wish list. So we'll say click wish list, and we'll use TestRigor's another approach, which is referencing locations. So we can take a reference of another element to find the wish list icon, right? It is very much required and helpful in the case where we have multiple elements with the same name available on the UI, right? So in this case, we'll simply say click wish list. As you can see, wish list is on the left side of buy now. will take by now reference. Sorry, left off. So this is the command. See, it is taking a reference. I'll just zoom in. It is taking a reference of buy now button to find wish list icon, which is on the left side. So now suppose there are multiple wish list icons available on the screen, right? In this particular case, TestRigor would still be able to locate this wish list, which is required to click on, right? So yeah, this referencing locations feature is very much required when we have similar elements on the page,
Correct.
because we are not using any XPaths to locate elements. It's just the text. Yeah.
Perfect. So guys, we are
So
taking the e-commerce application now. Even if you have, any kind of applications, the concept will remain same, and the commands that we are discussing, click, enter, and this references will be applicable even if you are doing web application automation. So
correct.
coming back to coding experience, no coding experience required. You just need to follow the documentation, and or you can use this live mode, so it can generate these commands automatically for you. And the question that we have, can you show end-to-end testing? Like we also have one scenario where uh, Gautam have already written one end-to-end scenario. So it's all about you have to continue with the steps. You can have one scenario, multiple scenarios, easy or complex. It's all about you need to use these commands and you can use the AI capabilities which can generate the test for you. So this is what we are going to discuss.
Correct. So guys, like you'll see on this particular screen, we have multiple wish list icons available, right? This one, and I literally wanted to click on this particular wish list. So what I did is I took a reference of another element which is bag. So the command that I used is click wish list. This is the label that I see, right? A text on the right of bag. So as you can see these two yellow lines, if the wish list element is lying between these two lines, it will be found and then the action will be performed. So we clicked on wish list. Now we are on the wish list page, right? And then we can maybe just come here and we can add to bag as well, or we can select. Let's select some size. Okay, I don't think sizes are available. We'll go to UK. No sizes. In this case, how our current clients are handling these scenarios, because these products are not supposed to be always available, right? They are not always in stock. So what happens most of the time, what they do is they make an API call to get the product name which is already in the stock, so that we don't face these kind of issues where we don't have sizes available, right? So in the beginning of the test case, or in the middle or at the end, you can make an API call along with your mobile or functional test steps. That API call will get you the name of the product which is in stock, right? You can search that product, go to that product details page, add it into the cart, select sizes, and then buy out. You can go with that particular approach as well. Along with that, we also allow our customers to run SQL queries, like database queries, be it SQL or no SQL, both are supported. You can do that as well to get the data from your database, so that you know that this particular product will be there, uh, right? And so that you can add it into the cart and proceed further. Any questions till now?
So couple of questions. May I know if we reuse the functionality across multiple test cases, for example, login functionality?
Correct. So I'll show you the thing. Let me finish this session, and I'll
Yeah.
show you how we can reuse the code that we have already built. So this is, so when I clicked on finish session, you'll be redirected to the test case. It will by default disable. You have to change the name first. Maybe let's go with the sign up flow, right? You can enable it from here, and then you can uh, you can keep all the commands if required. Otherwise you can also remove the command from here. So maybe let's go with some kind of, what we did is, let me copy this and create a rule for you guys. Okay, let me take hold of this. So how we create methods or functions or reusable rules here in TestRigor, so that we can reuse the code again and again in our other test cases. So in that case, we call it as reusable rules. You can come here, click on new rule button, put your data over here, or the script, not data, the script that you have to reuse, right? And then you can give it a name. Let's give it something like sign up using random email. And then we'll click on save, and we'll see, okay, what things are required. As you can see, guys, we are hard coding this password thing over here. This is not, I would say, a best practice, but yeah, you can create hidden variables for your confidential information. Like, let me try it once. I'll just create a hidden variable. I'll show you how you can do that. Come here to test data, global variables, click on add, come here to the type, select hidden, give it a name, right? And put your password like this. Click on add. Now this is a global variable which is created. The variable name is user password. The value is encrypted, right? You can use this particular variable in any of the test cases because this is a global variable, right? So in our rule, we'll come back to the rule. We'll make some changes here. So I'll say enter stored value user password. So I'm using that variable, right? I'm using the variable which is there in the global variable. Now you can't see the actual password that I'm setting for my users, right? Click on save, and I think all the things are fine. Let's reuse this code. We can come back to the test cases, click on add test case. Now suppose your test case starts with the sign up flow. You'll simply say write down sign up using what we created.
Sign up using random email.
No, not this one. I give it some other name, I think. Just a second, guys. Sign up using random name, random email. Sorry, guys. So it should give you, yeah, you can just select from that particular list, right? This is the rule now. Now suppose you want to proceed further, you have few other test steps. You can just write it like this, or let me add one validation here. Check that page contains back. Okay, let me add and run. So guys, what happens at the beginning when we create a test case, a test trigger, it starts the device and then it installs the application, the APK file, and then it'll execute the actual script. So until the installation is done, the status would be this. Once it is in progress, then you can consider it as actual execution.
So one question, how we can run all the written test case one go. So here you have this option, I guess. Yeah, select multiple.
Yeah. No, this is also available. Like there are multiple ways. You can, first of all, it's like if you want to do it manually, means like you're logging into the test trigger, and then you want to click some kind of a button to execute. So you can come to test tree details, click on rerun. This is the common button for all types of suite, means like for web applications, mobile applications, Windows native applications. So
Perfect.
when you click on rerun, all the test cases, like currently we have 17, all will be executing, right? This is the one way. The second way is you can come to test cases and you can click select multiple, select all test cases, like 17 we have. So we can select and then click on run button. And the third way is using the CI/CD pipeline, through CI/CD pipeline. So we have a Bash and PowerShell scripts that you can use to set up in your, to integrate this suite with your pipeline. So once the deployment is done, these scripts will trigger the test cases here in TestRigor.
Right.
Okay, it started. Now suppose, like guys, like you want to test your application or the test cases in multiple devices. That can also be done. You can come to settings, can come to multiple devices, and then you can select the devices from the list. Because we are using TestRigor's internal infrastructure, we have this list available for now. But if suppose like you have integrated with one of these device farms, you will be able to switch from built-in to, for example, Lambda test. You can select Lambda test from here, and then the devices that you see on this particular drop down will be from the Lambda test. You can use their devices to run your test cases as well. The same goes with the rest of the integrations available. Yeah. Any questions, guys?
Okay. So guys, as you can see, the step has been executed, all the steps that we have written, and you got the result.
Correct. Yeah. So correct. So at the end, we are validating, check that path page contains bag. In C, let it load. Yeah. See, it is highlighted in green.
Okay, perfect. Shruti, have one question, Gautam. How can we save the login state and execute remaining test cases in the same session?
Because of the design of TestRigor, you cannot create dependent test cases. So each test case will start from scratch, means like from login. If it is required to have one test, one session, then what you can do is create rules for your test cases and then call those all rules in one test case. Then in that case, it will be login first, and then rest of the test cases will be considered as rules, will be executed in the same session. Because TestRigor is going to execute everything parallelly, so having one login and all the test cases executing there does not make sense. Yeah.
Shruti, by design, you have to club your scenarios or design your scenario such a manner that even if you run independent or parallelly, it should not create conflict. For example, one of the scenario failed, other scenario will still continue with the from the beginning. So as Gautam mentioned, you can reuse the rules how we created, but session wise, they will be running in the separate sessions. How do we parameters data from external sources like Excel and Flatfiles? So this is also possible. So in the left hand side, you can see we have test data. So you can parameterize the data here using data
Yep.
sets.
So you can come to datasets, give it a name, user login, and then you can come to rows, click on add, upload the CSV. So in the CSV, the column headers would be considered as variables, and the cell values from the rows would be considered as the value for that particular variable. And once the data set is ready, you can come back to the test cases. Now suppose I want to run the first test case, this one, with that particular data set. You can come here, click on link data set, select that particular, like in this case, user login, close, run your test case. It will use the data from that particular CSV only. Yeah.
Perfect. So then one question which I missed, how can we select product based on conditions? Can we do that with the can we do that in test trigger?
Yeah, conditions means if and else statements, right?
Yeah,
So you can do that in our
maybe you can show
documentation.
resources. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the conditional execution section. Over here we have the if and else blocks or nested if and else. Like this you can do. For example, if page contains Adidas, then perform this. Else if page contains Nike, then do this. Else do this. Like this you can do.
So how we write the plain statement, guys, you can use the same thing, the conditional statement in TestRigor as well. And in case if you have additional JavaScript that you want to execute, so Gautam, we also have that feature, right? We can execute JavaScript as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Sharath, CSV, Excel, and all these are designed for data driven. So if you have more than one rows, it works. So basically, you just need to
Yes.
map the columns. If you have one row or 100 row, it works based on the number of rows you have.
Correct.
Can we push this written test cases to GitHub?
As in like you want to maintain your test cases in GitHub.
Yeah, this is what the question is. So, see, generally you will be using GitHub. Let's say if you have the shared code, what you are doing here is you are using your own account, then you will be having team members and teams with whom you can share this test suite and they can execute. So basically, TestRigor is maintaining all your test cases. You don't need actually Git. And then the same thing you can integrate with your CI/CD. So whether you have Jenkins or Azure DevOps, you have a Bash script, or you
Correct.
also have uh, shell script. So you
So
simply copy
yes.
paste and it will execute.
Correct.
So maybe Gautam, you can show one of the scenario apart from this. So this is one that we created live. Some
Hmm.
of the tests which is already written, so that they will get some idea how they can continue if they have to start with multiple tests.
Correct. So let me see this one.
Maybe filter by price. Yeah, this is also fine.
Yeah. So guys, as you can see, this is the password reset functionality. So we clicked on login. All of these are visible text. It could be placeholder. It could be label. It could be aria label. Then it could be anything. Test trigger uses multiple can use multiple attributes to locate elements. Right. It also supports custom attributes if it is required. Then yeah, then you can see we are clicking on forgot password. Then we are checking something, and then here we are generating unique email. Then enter, yeah, the same command that I used, reset password, all of the things you can see. This is the wait command, right? You can write some kind of explicit wait commands where there are like multiple loading spinners or kind of animation is happening on the page or in the application. So you can write it like wait up to 10 seconds or 120 seconds until page contains the element for which you are looking for. Right, this is when you can write this within your test script. So the I would say scope of this wait is within the test case only. The wait I was referring to was the feature in the suites. I'll show you that as well. It's an AI wait setting. You can come here to speed optimizations, and here you can see maximum wait timeout, right? Maximum page load time seconds. You can toggle as per your requirement as well. But this is how TestRigor is handling all the delays in the application while like when the application is taking time to load content on the page, right? So all the delays has been handled by these waits. There are plenty of seconds. You can take a look.
This is a great feature when it comes to different tools that we use. We need to understand the different type of weights they have, the syntax. Here, you just need to use plain English. And the interesting part, which is scrolling. Like if you have to scroll with this traditional automation tool, you have to use JavaScript. You need to understand the DOM structure. Then you can scroll. But here, you just need to say scroll, and it can also give condition scroll until this, and then it can perform
Correct.
operations.
Correct. Yeah. Scroll down until page contains Gotham, something like that. So the maximum limit of the loop is 42 times. So if the element Gotham is loaded within 52 cycles on the page, it will find that and will highlight. Else, it will fail the test case in that case. And then we have like we can increase it. by implementing other logics.
What about loops? Can we do looping as well in this?
Yes, by default it is like we support until loop in plain English. I'll show you uh, loops. So it's like this: click next until the condition, or you can set the cycle as well, like up to 12 times you want to try until the condition is true. Like this you can do. We have a, in plain English commands we call it as until only.
Until.
This is the loop we
Perfect.
support. And in case you have a very complex scenario, right, you are working with arrays uh, and other things, then in that case you can literally write loops in JavaScript as well, like for loops, while loops, everything.
Yes. So Hunter, we can integrate with any CI/CD tool.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, that's a quick demo. We're open for Q&A session. If you have any questions, most of the questions we have already answered, but if you have any specific question, feel free to ask. Now I want all of you to create account. If you already have, you can log in with your existing account. You can create a new test suite. You can select native and hybrid applications. If you have any applications, you can go with the current application. Otherwise, you can download sample applications and you can start automating. Either you can use lambda test built-in devices and emulators. Otherwise, you can also use lambda test, browser stack, Cobiton. These are the providers, and you can select whatever combinations you want. The moment you select lambda test or browser stack, it will simply ask you username and the API key. Once you enter, and if the account is valid, you can integrate with lambda test or browser stack, and all the tests will be executed with that device combination. And there are multiple options. I would highly recommend, if you guys want to give it a try, please go and explore the commands. It's very simple, straightforward. If you face any issues, let us know in the live chat, or once we're done with this live, you can also let us know in the comment section. Okay,
I'm
few
just
two more
trying to find
questions.
few more
Yeah.
awesome features that we have for mobile.
So there was one question related to MFA documentation. If you have this documentation, multi-factor authentication, how they can handle it? Sharaz wants to give a try.
Yes, so you'll just go with 2FA, or let me find authenticator. Yeah. So you can come here to Google Authenticator code. Just click on this. You will be navigated to this article. Just go through it and follow the steps that are mentioned. You'll be able to automate your 2FAs, Google 2FAs, the same way it works with MFA as well, Microsoft. So basically, how it works is you have to when you set up your 2FA, you get this QR code, right? You have to take a screenshot of the QR code and upload into the test data section. And then we have few commands using which you can generate. I'm not sure if you are able to you can see this, but yeah, generate pin with Google Authenticator from stored value. This is the variable where we have stored the QR code and save it as out variable, whatever variable you want to say. Suppose it generated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will be stored in this particular variable. Then you can use this variable further. And this is the video available. You can take a reference from the video as well.
Great. So Sharad, if you have any scenarios where multi-factor authentication required, you can give a try. They have a detailed documentation along with video.
Yep. And for mobile guys, pinch zoom, all these kind of gestures like pinch gesture to zoom in, zoom out, and then few more gestures like you can automate. In iOS, you can enable Touch ID. You can do these kind of things as well.
Also have Face ID. Nice.
Correct. You can scan Touch ID, pass, Face ID. All of these things you can automate.
One question, Gautam, some icons doesn't have attributes. In that case, how can we locate it?
So as I mentioned, the referencing location, right? So TestRigor has this feature. You can consider any element. You can call it as element. So for example, there is a text Gotham, and on the left of Gotham, there is a logo or some kind of an icon, right? So then you want to click on that particular icon. Simply say click element on the left of Gotham. When you don't know any of the attributes that are there for that particular element, simply say click element on the left of Gotham. It should work.
Sharad wants to see the test execution report as well. So Sharad, it is actually directly available on the your under account itself. If you see under report
Correct.
section, you will find all the reports.
So basically, it's a new suite, and we don't have much test cases and all the runs. It's all green for now. But yeah, this is how it looks. You'll see how many test cases you have, how many passed, failed, cancelled. You'll be able to see uh, the reports based on the devices, like if you're running on multiple devices, and the labels
Yes. An
and all
interesting
the
part, by any chance anything fails, it also gives you like severity, and it will also show you how many test cases got affected. So it will show you
correct,
the blockage part.
correct. That information appears here under errors. If suppose like you have 100 test cases, 20 or 50 failed because of same common bug, those 50 test cases will be merged or grouped as one failure over here, right? And then there are multiple things that you can. Let me open one old suite, maybe I'll show you. Yeah, so over here errors you can see. So in this particular test case, in this error, variable first name was not set prior. Means like we didn't create or initialize this first name variable before running the test case. So if suppose this error is affecting maybe 100 test cases out of these 201, the count will be as this will be as 100 test case affected 100, right? Now suppose we just want to uh, maybe fix those 100 test cases. You come here and either you update the script, right? Maybe suppose like we are using the incorrect variable here, and we can come here, we'll just simply say, so earlier first name variable is this, but actual first name is this, the variable I'm talking about. For example, this, right? Find all, replace selected, it will update all the test cases in one go. Just one click, replace selected will maintain 100 of your test cases right away. It will be fixed. This is the manual effort, right? And now suppose this is a valid bug, some kind of a issue in your application, you can click on create an issue in Jira, if you're using Jira to maintain your bugs and things. So once you click on this particular button, it will automatically pre-populate all the information related to that bug, like bug summary, the steps to reproduce, link to the screenshot, expected behavior, the error. Everything will be pre-populated. You just have to click on submit. It will automatically create an issue in your Jira account. You don't have to go to Jira and log your bug on your own. Testing will do that for you.
So most of the questions we have answered. And thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you so much, Sanjay from Selectors Hub. And thank you so much. Please join with a real name, Hunter Killer, Sharad, and others who have joined. I want you to give a try, please, and let me know if you face any issues. We are done with the demo. We would love to hear the feedback from you in any specific scenarios. We will see you again in the next slide. We will again come up with some interesting use cases. So far, we have discussed web automation, AP automation, and mobile automation. But TestRigor also supports mainframe, and even if
Correct.
you have desktop applications, so all these features are supported. So the moment you create test suite, it will give you options. Do you want to automate Windows based applications or mainframe? So soon we will come up
Correct.
with that as well. So maybe Gautam will show you how you can select. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first three we have selected. Soon we will also talk about native desktop and mainframe. But if you want
Mainframe.
to
Yeah.
give a try, they have a detailed documentation as well in case if you want to try. So thank you so much, Gautam, for the detailed demo, and thanks for answering each and every question. We would love to hear feedback from you, and I will see you in the next live. So
All
Gautam, thank
right.
you so much. And the
Thanks,
one test
guys.
that you created, if you can just send me, I can put them in the comment box. Once this
Sure.
live will get over, they can also give a try.
I'll do that. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, guys. Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Mukesh.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye
Thanks. Bye
bye.
bye.